Hi everybody, and welcome back to Borderlines today. So, I thought we'd speak about modern housing and does it meet the demands of modern families? Now, I personally live on an estate where the housing is extremely modern. I think on average the oldest house on my estate is about 7 years old. So, fairly modern, okay? Now, the question is, does it suit the demands of modern day families? Now, I would say it would generally depend on what you want. If you want a house where you've got low energy bills, so you're not going to be paying a lot in the way of gas and electric, you're going to have good insulation, you're going to roast in the top half of the house, so top floor, and freeze in the bottom. You're going to have the hot water limited to what temperature you can get it to. So you're going to be ending up having showers rather than baths. And if you're happy with having solar panels put on your roof, if you're happy with all of that, then modern day houses are for you. Now, out of all of that, if there's anything you're not happy with, modern day houses aren't going to be. Plus, because obviously the property developers are looking to get the biggest bang for their buck. Okay, gardens tend to be smaller, driveways tend to be smaller and narrower. Okay, bedrooms are smaller as well. You know, I have a 4-bedroom house. Okay, 4-bedroom semi-detached house, and it's more like, realistically, really like a 3-bedroom house. It's a 3-bedroom that's been turned into a 4. So, taking that into account, if you want bigger rooms, you know, whether it's downstairs or upstairs, wherever it is, you're actually better off going for older housing. You know, if you're looking at probably houses that were built before the 1950s or 60s, that's what you realistically need to be looking, because that is where you're going to get the best value for money. Now, they're going to be cheaper, but the fundamental thing is you're going to run the risk of things being wrong. You may have to replace the double glazing or the doors or get rewiring done and all these bits and pieces. But the reality is, because of how much cheaper they're going to be than modern day houses. Now, if you take, for instance, I live in Hampshire, down here on the south coast. Now, the difference in price, and this is for a 3-bedroom house, okay, is about 70 grand, about £70,000. Now, if you need to get it rewired, and let's say, for instance, you need to get your double glazing done, chuck a couple of doors in as well, you can get all that done for under 70 grand and have change left over. So the reality is, it depends if you want something ready-made that you can go straight into and not have to worry. If that's what you want and that's what you're happy with, the new build house is perfect for you. If you're willing to put a bit of work in, or get somebody out where you might have to do a bit of work. I remember my mum, when she got her first house, that was about 1920s house. When she bought that, I think it was about 1987. She had to get the double glazing done, and she had to get damp done because it was plastered in damp at the time. She spent the money, got the house on the cheap. I think she paid about £40,000 at the time. You know, that sounds like peanuts today. You know, the house has probably tripled, if not quadrupled in price since then. So that is where the real reality is. It really depends on what you want and whether you're happy enough to actually, out of the savings you are going to make, plough the money back into the house. Because from my point of view, you're always better off buying an older house rather than these modern ones. Because even if you want the solar's not expensive. You know, you could get probably 4 kilowatts for about £5,000 nowadays, £5,000 to £7,000. You know, if you're saving 70 grand, it's a no-brainer. So, hope this helps everybody out today. Got any more questions? Just drop us a message. But apart from that, thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you all again a bit later.